Okay, this is one of my favourite presentations. It's about um, kind of more moving into the entrepreneurial way of thinking. And if you agree with me here, if you're learning technical stuff, so you've gone from wherever you are now in your knowledge, and you're learning technical stuff, so you can apply it to live networks and whatever it may be. You could even be learning Microsoft Word. Does it make sense that you could also learn to become more of an entrepreneur? Could you learn some little marketing tips and tricks? Could you learn some stuff about how to find customers and win business? I'm not talking about doing big grand sales presentations and winning major contracts as a company director. I'm talking about doing little bits and bobs on the side. Well, I think the answer to that is yes. And this is really exciting because this presentation's put together for somebody who wants to make the leap but would like some sort of buffer or some sort of backup plan to give you a bit more peace of mind. And I've done lots of this, and I still do. I've got my main projects, and I work on little things on the side. Um, yeah, a lot of the time for fun, but almost everything I do, because I've got a family now and children, I need to put some sort of number on it as to what sort of income would it generate. Now a lot of the stuff I do still for free, but I do. It's good to have these skills where you can make extra money on the side in the field of IT. So let's dive in. Moonlighting. This is from dictionary.com. To work at a additional job after one's regular full-time employment as at night. So if you work shifts, this is really useful because so many people, I think the average person watches 4 to 5 hours of television per day. Now, just imagine putting that into learning stuff or doing some little projects on the side. And with the growth of the internet at the moment, it's just so ripe for people to go out and just pick some subjects and put a website together or go and do something on the side. There's almost no excuse not to, really. So Moonlighting for IT People. I did a searching around Google. I was on I can't even remember what site I was on actually, but you've got Google Ads on the side, and it said they're looking for somebody to work weekends doing IT support for Microsoft. I mean, this is just absolute golden for somebody who wants to have some extra money on the side and somebody who wants to build up some experience for their resume. So, could you be available weekends, evenings, or even during holiday time? During my holiday time for my last ever job with Cisco Systems, I used to arrange to go and teach at a local IT training company that they did web design and they did PC assembly, but they didn't do any networking. So I just sent some information over, said I'd love to come and teach some courses for you. I've got all the notes I've written myself. All you need to do is advertise it. And I tell you what, for every week I taught there, I earned more than I did in a month at my regular job. Weekend Helpdesk. I did a search. This is on jobserve.com. Weekend Helpdesk, part-time IT support, Windows XP and Windows 7, Ghost troubleshooting. Just fantastic. Weekend Helpdesk support at the bottom, Microsoft Office 2003. So in pounds, it's an extra £1,500 to £1,800 per month. In dollars, a minimum $3,000 per month extra. Now, obviously, you lose your weekends, but you gain a whole lot more. If you did this, if you could stick this out for 3 to 6 months, you could end up going part-time in your regular job and building into this help desk or networking, whatever it may be. Find some local colleges, Cisco academies, any schools, universities. They're all offering weekend or evening courses, and so many people like you and I work all day long, but we like to do weekend courses. Now, the Cisco Academy is a 2-year course, and I think that's far too long. They lose most of the people that start up, and certainly most of them never even attempt the exam. So if you could offer some sort of accelerated teaching thing with a qualification at the end if they want to take the exam, you're offering a very attractive proposition there. So find local colleges, academies or schools and start making some inquiries. Freelance Consulting. Could you do PC repair? Could you do server upgrades? Could you patch stuff? Again, if you're doing this sort of stuff, you do need to be insured, and you do need to have some mechanism of being paid, like a business account or some sort of limited entity, or even as a freelancer. But you need to have your insurance, which we've covered elsewhere. Can you do some sort of remote management? Can you design simple websites? Think about stuff you could do as a freelancer on the side. Online contracts. Put yourself down as a service provider on freelancing sites. This is where companies need a problem solving, such as Guru.com, Elance.com, vWorker. It used to be Rentacoda.com, and you can bid on projects. So a customer needs an access list writing, or they need a website doing, or they need some sort of technical support or advice, and you put in a bid. Now, you're obviously competing with people in India and China and stuff, but there's no reason. I hire people from all over the world: America, Canada, New Zealand, India, Pakistan, everywhere. As long as they've got the skills and they're offering a reasonable rate of return, you can do some mini contracts. And some of my contracts are paid around $15,000 for programming. Tax stuff. You do need to declare your income. Be very careful about this, because any income is subject to the tax laws of your country. Look at being self-employed or incorporated, and check liability insurance as well. I kind of mentioned this stuff already. But you can build a really nice income on the side doing part-time freelance project-based work. Stuff which worked for me. The picture on the bottom left is one of the early IT Cisco weekend courses I ran. I photocopied notes that I'd written myself. I put together some labs. I got some second-hand equipment off eBay, and I started advertising Cisco weekend courses. And I tell you what, they sold out every time I advertised one. I think I did one or two a month when it was busy. They all sold out. The market may be different now. It may be different where you are. They could sell well, or whatever you're advertising, or it might not. But this is what worked well for me. I did freelance router installs for companies, and I charged $2,000 a day. It was basic access lists, network address translation, just really basic configurations, to be honest. Remote stuff, I logged in and did some router configurations for a company. They had a router installed in China, India, Canada, America, and the UK. Weekend help desk stuff, you've seen how that can work. $300 plus per day to do some real basic help desk stuff. Weekend teaching, $4,000 per weekend I could make from running Cisco weekend courses. So what do you want to do? Do you just want to work weekends? Do you want to work a few days a month? Do you just want to make money doing IT freelancing? Do you want to build up a buffer of money and confidence you can leave your full-time job? Just work out what it is you want to do, because when you've worked that out, then you can start making decisions based upon your objective. A bit of advice is, don't kill yourself doing extra work. Think about how much money you need and what you enjoy doing. I know a lot of people who've killed themselves doing 6 or 7 days a week, doing long hours, and eventually after 3 months or 6 months they keel over, or they get an illness. So start on your plan now, and I'm a great believer in planning. What you're looking for, where you're going to find these kind of projects, where you're going to be doing it, when are you free. If you're free weekends, then look for weekend stuff. If you're free evenings, look at evening stuff. Are you going to incorporate? Are you going to get insurance, which I recommend you do? And tips. Don't let your current employer know that you're doing any moonlighting. If you're contracting, don't reveal that you're doing extra work for extra clients, even to friends that you've made at work. It can just cause you major problems. The client can become upset, and they can become suspicious that you're doing work during their time. If you're making phone calls, they can be suspicious that you're making calls. So just be very careful what you do and what you say. The other thing is, if you're working on a contract or full-time job, please do not be doing freelance work during work's time. That's just a really bad idea. Start speaking to family and friends. I'll talk about network to get work in another presentation. Start handing out some business cards to people. Mention it to people if you know on Facebook and Twitter. Maybe have your own blog saying what you're available to do and what you can do, and how you can help people and companies. So I hope that's given you some food to thought. This works really well. It's worked for me and it's working for a lot of other people.